Assalamu alaikum, I'm Aisha and you're watching SAMAA News. Here are today's headlines. Pakistan has expressed its willingness to step in as a mediator between Iran and the United States, offering to host talks if both sides agree. The Foreign Office has confirmed that Islamabad is prepared to host potential negotiations between Tehran and Washington. Foreign Office spokesperson Tahir Hussein Andrabi, in an interview with CNN, stated that Pakistan is open to playing a constructive diplomatic role. He said that if both sides agree, Pakistan is always ready to host talks, emphasizing Islamabad's readiness to facilitate dialogue between the two nations.
Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif also reiterated the offer to host talks between the United States and Iran. The Premier said in a social media post that Islamabad is ready to facilitate negotiations, subject to agreement from both sides.
Fresh, US-Israeli airstrikes have targeted key gas infrastructure in Iran, escalating tensions despite claims of ongoing diplomatic efforts. According to Iranian media, the strikes reportedly hit energy-related facilities in Iran's Isfahan province and the southwestern city of Khorramshahr. In Isfahan, a natural gas administration building and a gas pressure reduction station on Kaveh Street were damaged, with nearby homes also affected. In Khorramshahr, a projectile struck a gas pipeline supplying a power plant, causing material damage. On the other hand, Iran has launched multiple waves of missiles at Israel after US President Donald Trump postponed a threat to bomb the Islamic Republic's power grid because of what he described as productive talks with Iranian officials. The Israeli military said the missiles triggered air raid sirens in parts of Israel, including Tel Aviv, where blasts from interceptions were heard. In one attack, homes in northern Israel were damaged by falling debris following an interception. No deaths were reported. Iran's elite Revolutionary Guards said they were launching fresh attacks on US targets.
Israel's Defense Minister Israel Katz has said that the military will occupy southern Lebanon up to the Litani River, the first time Israel has clearly spelled out its intent to seize swathes of territory that make up nearly a tenth of Lebanon. Katz said in a meeting with the military chief of staff that the military would control the remaining bridges and the security zone up to the Litani and was creating a defensive buffer. He said there could be no homes or residents in areas of southern Lebanon where there was terror in the area, in an apparent reference to Hezbollah. Meanwhile, Hezbollah says it will resist any Israeli move to occupy southern Lebanon, calling it an existential threat. Senior lawmaker Hassan Fadlallah said any advance beyond the Litani River would be met with force. Israel's defense minister, Israel Katz, had earlier said that troops could seize the area to create a buffer zone. The warnings raise fears of a broader escalation along the Lebanon border. Meanwhile, China has called for dialogue to resolve the Iran conflict, urging all sides to avoid further escalation. Foreign Minister Wang Yi made the appeal in talks with Iran's Abbas Araghchi. Tehran says it wants a comprehensive end to the war, not just a temporary ceasefire. Beijing says it will continue to play an active role in promoting peace and stability.
Apparent US-Israeli airstrikes have hit a headquarters of Iraq's umbrella group for Iran-backed militia and a residence belonging to its leader. An escalation of US-Israeli strikes on one of Tehran's main regional allies. Popular Mobilization Forces leader Falih al-Fayyad was not present when his residence was hit in the northern city of Mosul, which he uses only during visits to the city. At least 15 PMF fighters were killed in the airstrikes that hit a headquarters of the group in Iraq's Euphrates Valley province of Anbar.
Russia has launched more than 400 drones at Ukraine in a rare daytime attack. Air defense systems were active over the capital Kiev and in the western city of Lviv. Ukrainian officials say multiple targets were engaged as the strikes marked a significant escalation.
Australia and the European Union have signed a trade deal that was 8 years in the making, removing tariffs for almost all European goods and for nearly all exports of Australian critical minerals. But some Australian agricultural products, like beef and sheep meat, for example, will be subject to export quotas. And Australian farmers sharply criticise the pact for delivering subpar access to the bloc. The two sides also signed an agreement to boost security and defense ties. A Colombian military plane has crashed in a takeoff disaster, killing 66 people as rescuers shuttled dozens of survivors to nearby hospitals and searched for 4 who were still missing. Hugo Alejandro Lopez, head of the nation's armed forces, said the Lockheed Martin-built Hercules C-130 transport plane was carrying 128 people, including 11 Air Force members, 115 Army personnel, and 2 National Police officers. The death toll was nearly double that of the previous figure given by authorities. That's all for now. For more updates, visit www.SAMAA TV. Thank you for watching SAMAA News.